The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WACK 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday on WACK 90.1 FM. The living room, casual conversations on serious topics.
It is now 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you're locked onto the true nation station WACK 9.1 FM where we are.
Culture crazy.
First and foremost, let's kick this off as we always do, all right? Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
Secondly, we must say thank you to those that went before us, and we are not just talking about our ancestors, the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, because we all know, accept, reiterate, and say it with the chest at Columbus lied, but also to our brother and Mr. Tony Prescott, what the P this week stands for.
Piding pong, boy. Piding pong.
Pim pom, pidim pom. Pom, 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 pidim pom. Pom, pim pom, pidim pom. Pom, 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 pom. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on a very well hosted event, Mr. Williams.
And Mr. Ash.
And Mr. Ash. Yeah, Kirk is right, because you weren't by yourself.
And Mr. Phillips and Mr. Phillips.
I actually saw Kenny grace you all with his presence long enough to tell everybody that you came late.
But I don't know why, like, here now, and this is something I wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. We have advent of technology for tickets and passes, right? But for some reason, the start of our event is the shakiest with the scanning of these things. Mm-hmm. I was by the gate for at least half hour trying to get in, and as they know, they say visa face. That's how I gained. Because one of the young ladies who came to pick up her position as a quality assurance control by the gate to make sure everything was going smoothly, she's like, "How you still outside? Panorama start. I mean, the stream starts and you here? Nah, come, let me get in." Mm-hmm. And that's how Kerry and I were able to get in.
Wow. So it's not like they'd issued credentials prior to?
No, they issued credentials, but when they were scanning, it was not coming up.
My word.
So the lateness was not because I was just late. It's because I couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Right? With that being said, thank you for the compliments on the stream on Sunday. Thank everybody who would have reached out and who would have messaged and shared the same sentiment. I just had to say, for those who have been asking and messaging, the jersey is from a local company called T&T's. TIANTEES. Right? You could just Google it and
throw up a picture here for the people.
Right? T&T's. That's where I got the jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Great job, though. Great job. I observed some other coverage and promptly switched back to WACK. Promptly. And I'm not just saying that because as work with you, Lando and all was like, yeah, boy. Yeah, you couldn't take it in the let me put it this way. We switched to WACK and stayed there. Right?
Yeah, my mom shared the same sentiments with me, and she said, it's not just because he's my child and I love you.
Yeah.
Which from my mother is a very
I want a P word. I want to get some pesticide, boy, and sprinkle it in the comments for them troll on them. But we ain't gonna get them no energy.
No, and that's my thing. I don't want to give it any energy, but I must say this part about it. Remember when persons are doing videos, they are posting their content. The comments is what it takes for them to either use as constructive criticism or fuel to continue going. Mm-hmm. And these keyboard warriors who choose to hide their identity and hide behind bad comments loaded with malice, comments loaded with hate, bullying, all these different things. That is what we need to stop.
Yeah.
That's because we know one of the watchwords of Trinidad and Tobago is here for the comments. But we need better comments.
Yeah, as I've said several times, to paraphrase Dostoevsky, you could tell the caliber of a nation not by the state of its prisons, right, and the way that it treats its inmates, but by the comment section.
Yeah.
The comment section. Listen, whether it's news, social media, whatever it is, the comment section, it's like a den for vitriol.
Yeah, but
anyway.
And normally for me, I don't go through the comments. I'll just watch it after. But because we were trying to watch the stream and be able to be interactive at times with the persons, and then you're seeing some of those things, it's like, yo.
Right? Anyway, but don't let that stop the positivity.
No, not at all.
People, don't let that stop the positivity. Keep producing.
We go again on Saturday for Calypso Fiesta. Then on Sunday we are in Tobago for the medium band finals.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully this time I go early enough that I can get a little sea bath.
All I'm thinking is that for Carnival 2026, Aaron, we need to get you a sponsor. So, for some energy drinks or some multivitamin or something. Yeah, man.
Right. We have a packed show, and first of all, we didn't even introduce ourselves. This is the living room with yours truly, DJ Aaron 816. To remind you each and every time, the culture is my code, and I sit here alongside my bro with no fro, always in the know and on the go.
Ricardo Mitchell, the social sage on the global stage.
WACK 90.1 FM by the greatest.
By the greatest. I have a love for this place now, boy. A love for it.
Also, before we get into it, because we have a real short intro today, because we have two gentlemen that are going to be joining us. The comments you talk about the vitriol being spewed in the comments, right?
Yeah.
For the population, the fetting population, respect is a huge thing, right? And we always talk about the fact that men need to respect women and treat them gracefully, and don't just sneak up and ask for a wine, and if she says no, the answer is no, and all these different things. Ladies, the same applies, huh? I'm just saying.
It's like a story to tell, babe.
Yeah, I can't tell the story on air. I don't want to get myself in any trouble. But ladies, not because you find the gentleman looks attractive means that you need to start to lay hands to.
Yeah.
Right? With that being said,
some of these gentlemen must be on duty. Sometimes they are on duty.
Boy.
They are working.
Right.
Anyway, we could talk about that. We got time for
that. We could talk about that, yeah. Right, but we have to be respectful of each other. Right? With that being said, we are now going to engage the beautiful ladies of Rish with our lovely intro. And let me go and get a bottle of water quick while that's going on.
Yeah, because we have a song to drop on the artist to share it with. So
exactly. Right?
Take it away.
Welcome to the living room. Welcome to the living room. Welcome to the living room. Welcome to the living room.
And we are back after that lovely intro from Rish. You have to make sure and roll your R's because one of the guests that sit before you here today is a man. He's an artist. But before he dabbled in the soca and the other genres, he used to dabble in the parang, where rolling your R's was of utmost importance.
Noted.
Right?
I really hear people talking about a Senior Barat, you know.
Hey, for a second, I didn't remember that was his actual name, you know. Because all I remember is I before E when he's spelling Kiegs. Right? So inside the living room with us, one of the gentlemen, one of these handsome gentlemen that sit with us today is Kiegs.
Hey.
He finally come by we for the season.
Well, kinda. Right? But this will do.
Hey, in this virtual world, we had to make it work, huh?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Right? And the next gentleman that sits with us today, a couple years ago, he told us about some bad decisions that he was intending to make.
Yeah, man.
And so much so with them bad decisions that now he had to link up with our brethren to say that he needs some company.
Yeah. A fetting
Right?
company.
If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Company in the Fed, after the Fed, you interpret the song how you want to.
Yeah.
Right? Kwesi Nurse.
Yes, sir.
Now, fellas, we're going to ask you the hardest question you're going to get here today.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a tradition. And we don't play with asking this question. We're not asking you, where's the scene jelly bean? What's the gist physicist? Or what's the word hummingbird? We are asking both of you, not collectively, individually, we are asking you, how are you?
How am I? Well, I'm blessed, you know. I wake up to see another day. I can't complain, you know, and I'm just taking life one day at a time. So anything else other than that, you just have to live with it and grow with it as it comes along. So I can't complain. So I'm very good.
I like that answer. I know Cardo like that answer.
Yeah. Time you start with bless, I good there.
Yeah. With the grades, you had to get wiser and stuff, you know. Yeah.
Talk to them now. Talk to them. They understand.
Oh, yeah. Well, Cardo and I had a little conversation a few minutes ago about degrees. So, you know, the wiser is coming in on me, not as much as Kwesi. But I am great. I am great, you know. That same question, how are you? I have started to ask myself that question very often, you know, because in my younger years, I never used to. I used to get from other people and we do the same. I good, I did, fighting the good fight, you know. But I am great. The things that are important to me are working well, all right? Family is in order. Everybody is not just happy, but functioning, you know, as they should. Wife is happy with her lifestyle, work and play. Daughters happy with their lifestyle, the school and play and having fun and everything in between, right? And me, I am now at a place where I'm comfortable with my job. I am comfortable with my hosting events. I am enjoying the making the music and the journey. You know, we spoke about the soca parang and switching into the soca, and it's all exciting. It is enjoyable. So right now I am having a nice time. No pun intended there.
No, I'm not going to say no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Man, that is good to hear, fellas. That is really good to hear because, you know, when you get up in the morning, by the time you check the phone or you take a little read on our papers, the kind of heaviness that it have out here is really good to get a good report. When a man say bless and man say great. So I appreciate it, fellas. But so Williams, before I had to ask you this though. You all right? You okay?
That's a loaded question, very honestly. Yeah. To be very honest, I am just, if there was a whelming, like, you know how you have a gas needle?
Mm-hmm.
Right now I have a overwhelmed needle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bordering just up, like just below and above half. It's just fluttering right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I don't think I ever publicly said this. This is the first, this is not the carnival I planned for.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I wanted a nice, quiet carnival, few jobs, because I have other personal things that are going on.
Yeah.
And in the midst of the personal stuff, I have the jobs with Joshua, I have the jobs with Kenny. I say I wasn't taking bookings for myself, again, bookings for myself. And on top of that, managing a relationship, trying to stay close to family, trying to exercise. It is a lot. So that's it, fluttering just above and below half of the whelm meter.
Yeah, that is excellent news, man. And the reason I say it's excellent news is because I'm pretty certain there's a problem he was praying for at some point in time.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, relationship to manage, yeah, work to juggle, right? You're exercising. You clearly don't miss a day by the barber because that is a very crisp mark.
All them men prayers get answered.
That's
All
it.
a man prayers get answered.
Right.
Not a prayer get left out.
You're calling it semi-overwhelmed, but it's full. And that ain't nothing you can stretch, man. But you mentioned a key word here that I want to run with one time. You say relationship. But Kiegs, you've been in the living room several times. We deal with you live, we deal with you remote, we deal with you all back when everything had to happen online. But I never once hear you mention Kwesi Nurse. Where this come from, how it happened, and we said to Kwesi, I have a kind of wrong side question to ask yourself, but I go let Kiegs give you a little intro, a feedback here. So where this come from?
This history. Kwesi and I are friends from way back, right? And that's due to our moms were both teachers at Monripo RC School, right? So from as far as we know each other, we would have been partners in crime, right? That same location where WACK is on the coffee, we would have been trekking that road because he would have been going to Boys RC. I would have been going to Monripo, but I was in Boys RC Cub Scouts, right? So we trekking that same trek, and we talking about this probably unheard of now, but we talking about 5 years old, 6 years old. We making that trek by ourselves. Monripo to the promenade, to Monripo, right? Nobody dropping you. No, well, somebody had to walk with you to make sure. Nah, there's 2 primary school students here, a standard 1, a standard 3, and we making the trek, right? So because of that relationship that our parents had, right, they eventually were best friends, right? After school, almost every day or every other day, Kwesi and I would be together because our moms be going back by Kwesi's house. And back in those days, the big people talking when they go outside. So we had to find ways to entertain ourselves. And it has been, that friendship from then till now. Right? So the connection started from as young as, and point to note, we both started playing pan at a very young age. I would have been about probably 4. Right?
Serious.
So I think Kwesi would have started before me. Right? And so all of that in the music. So music then together, and now how much years later that is, but that's plenty years later. 4 years later, music together again.
No.
Shout out to Mr. Dwight Belgrove too, guys.
Wait.
Yes, Dwight. I was Dwight's first student, so shout out to him.
No, wait.
I know you know Dwight, but shout out to Dwight. Dwight was I was his first student.
Wait. Dwight is my godfather, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say shout out to Dwight.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, they're holding out on me, man.
Yeah.
Kiegs, I didn't know you used to play pan.
Yeah. I used to go right by Dwight. Right by Dwight and play pan. Yeah.
You were already small, boy. What? Not even 2 degrees anymore. 1 degree of separation.
1 degree of
now, boy.
separation, you know.
Yeah, boy.
So it kind of wild though that 2 men who grew up with company decide to bust a tune called "Need Some Company." So Kwesi, hear this now. Side note. That voice, it have anything I could do to song a little bit more like that?
Well, boy, for me, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. For me, as far as music, I'm learning. I'm trying to take voice lessons and all that stuff. So, I'm not settled like, oh, I'm singing this bit or I'm writing this bit. You know, for me, it's always a learning and progress as I go on. So, you know, just keep trying to get better and better. Every year I'm making success because I'm trying and not settling or, well, I could sing a little bit, let me leave it at that. You know, I have to try and practice and, you know, so that type of stuff, you know, just working on your craft, no matter what it is, don't settle, well, I do this already, no, try and get better. So for me, it's just about practicing and, you know, progressing as I go along, so.
Yeah, I will definitely take that because, well, it's not just the voice too. You know, you have a clarity and addiction that I hear you speaking, and I'm like, you know what, Carlo, for somebody who doing this regularly, you should probably have a little bit more of that. You know, so I appreciate you, man. You inspire me today. Right? But with this all I grew up with company, and right, drop a track needs some company. But who write that track? Who idea it was?
So before Keegan started Parang and I started soca, hey boy, let me do a song now. So Keegan dropped his first Parang, and then I say, what's man taking this serious? So I know I dropped my first soca after he dropped his Parang. And then last year, Carnival, we was in his kitchen and he said, well, boy, I have this idea. And he started singing this little hook like, if I could get one more wine on you. And, you know, we just dibble and dabble and just leave it at it. So I came back to the States and I started making music to send to it. And it never really stick, you understand? We just kind of brush it off because every year we say we're going to do something and then brush it off. And then about summertime, he said, well, you remember that song I sing in the kitchen? I write our next part to it. So after that, you know, he said, see what you're right. And the thing about it, with me living in the States, I live in Atlanta, the way how I do music is different. So I've done several songs and the song's kind of different in a sense of, I have a different environment. So when I do music, people will say, yeah, that song is nice, but what genre it is? You know, and the first thing Keegan said to me when I did this song is, hey, put your vibe on it and I won't tell you what to do. So that was the best part about doing this song. He allowed me the freedom because when I did music, they'd say, you're singing too Yankee, well, this, and this. You know, my accent does fluctuate depending on who I talk to. So Keegan sent me this part. He said, well, you write the pre-hook. And I sent him this mumble, push back on me, da 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 da. I said, I like how you song. And it was just a back and forth. You know, well, this song is good, this, you know. So it was just a back and forth, like responding to what he said. And well, he said something, well, let me change up this kind of, you know, kind of like a competitive, but not too competitive, you know, trying to match each other's energy, so.
Hey, I want to jump in here one time and say, them. And I'm saying them because it wasn't just him alone. My wife as well. Them laugh at me, boy. When I sing the hook for the song, them laugh and them shake them head at me like, what spin is this man singing here right now, boy? Right? And I tell myself, wait, boy, them don't believe in it, but I believed in it, boy. I find this thing singing good, right? So I'm sure they didn't even expect that when it come back around months after, that I was still going to come with that same idea, right? But Kwesi comes every carnival, right? So we are custom, we go in fete, we play in mass, and it has always been a, hey boy, let me do something, right? So it was always something right there waiting to happen, and I just felt like the idea that I finally had here was the best opportunity for us to make something with it. Yeah.
Now, I know technology would have made it easier for y'all because Kwesi, you're out in the US, Kiegs, you, well, up in Central, the land of traffic. So just like how we're doing this here online, that's how the majority of the production work was done?
Yeah, WhatsApp was wonders. If you can see how much voice notes we have back and forth, right? We needed to find a producer. I wanted to work with Breezy Does It for some time. And so it's me, Kwesi, me, Breezy, me, Kwesi, me, WhatsApp group, Kwesi, me, Breezy, me, Kwesi, Breezy, me, and his messages, his voice notes, back and forth. And that process in itself wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, right? We even decided to get Trini Baby on board as well. Again, just because just had points where the ideas were just meeting roadblocks, right? And after having worked with Trini Baby on Love Story, right, I knew I wanted her to do background vocals, right? And I enjoyed working with her and her vibe on how she works with Love Story. Like Trini, so yes, she's a producer and she knows what it is she needs to do, but you could tell her what it is you're looking for, and because you are not a producer and you can't really express it in producer speak, all you have is what you know as a layman. Like you think, I think this should sound like this, and you don't really have the words to explain what instrument you need her to put in, right? Or what synth or what sound you're really looking for. And Trini's response wouldn't be, I'm not quite sure what you're saying, or you need to explain more, you know. With whatever description you give her, she coming back with, nah, I think I know what it is you want. And she will come back with something. And if there's no way you want, there's no way you want. You try to explain again. But she's not waiting for you to try and go down the road, giving her explanation over and over and we getting it wrong, right? Without actually putting something down and listening and saying, this is what it is. So we getting closer by action. So I really appreciated that with us. So we took it to Trini. And again, it was the same thing. Trini to me to Kwesi, Kwesi to me to Trini. And back and forth, backgrounds and Kwesi say, and same way. Like how I told Kwesi, you know, don't try to alter your style. You go ahead and give me you. It's the same way I told Trini, yo, you give me you. And send back to Kwesi, and Kwesi saying, well, I really like this, and that's fine. You don't like it, I'll let Trini know, hey, you want to change this, just change it, send it back. He's saying, hey, let me add this, no problem, like, I like it too. And it was just like that. But WhatsApp and voice notes, yeah, and you're listening in the car, you're listening on your phone, you're plugging in headphones, you're over and over and over, and everybody listening, and everybody have a different opinion, and just until everybody find the middle ground.
Now, from what I'm hearing, is Kiegs to Kwesi, Kwesi to Trini, Trini to Breezy, Breezy to Kwesi, Kwesi to Kiegs, Kiegs to somebody else, then it just get like one big flow chart that and you know that flow chart, like if you close, like how to do the Dengole flow chart, if you close tear up, yes or no, and then they keep going and the final is the alternatives. This sounds like a lengthy creation process.
It is.
How long did this process take?
I mean, like he said, it started during Carnival last year in his kitchen. And for me, I have the access to recording. So I probably record this song for at least 60 times. Because for me, I'm kind of like a perfectionist in a sense. And every time I hear it, it's like I hear something that missing and needed to be added. Because this is not the original song. Kiegs could tell you, like, I had to add stuff in there. And you get it back like, this wasn't in the song, you know? So for me, I just keep hearing, right now, I still hearing stuff that I should have added in the song. So for me, it's just to let go and let, you know, if they didn't take it, you probably would have been hearing something different. So
this man, you send this man back the track and say, hey, just change X for me. And he will respond and say, yeah, no problem. Send back the track for you. And you waiting to hear the change on X. But as the tune start from A, the man take out C, add in E, F, G. Say, where's this boy? Think, you say, alright, fine. That's a song bad, let me go down the road. H-I-J-K-L missing. Wait, boy, where L going, boy, is because it's a N-O-P-Q. Until you finally reach down, and X finally change. When you go back and listen again, it's because J, K, and L and all had a change. Before you listen again, it's because it had 1, 2, 3, 4 right behind R and S. Right? You ask the man for one change. The man is changing the whole track. And that was the experience. Going in, and sometimes we have to go back and say, hey, we take out this, we want that back. You know? So
Kwesi, you ever work in IT?
Nah, boy. I work AT&T right now, so.
The reason why I asked that, You look like a man that can make a nice starter password.
I want more professional shit, you know. I try to...
Right. Now, let me just take a pause from the conversation.
Right.
Let me take in the song.
Okay.
And then we'll come back with some more questions. All right.
Watch how she whining, love how she whining. Check out the timing, man free to whine. Watch how she whining, love how she whining. Check out the timing, man free. Rules of engagement don't be defined. Every time we up in a party. So anytime I sneaking up behind, I making sure I don't vex nobody.
Push back on me. Girl, I ain't taking check. I say, bring back your bumper, looking back at me. All night. I say, like I put a ring on that. I'm a lady. Oh, you bring it back. I hear the money. I hear the big back.
I get one more wine on you, baby. I go be a happy man. If I could get one more wine on you, well, darling, this then you go understand. Oh, I love that big mama. She doing it. She whine and she roll it. I look on behind and I hold it. She walk and she whine and she roll it. This bumper needs some company. She walk and she whine and she roll it. I stand up behind and I hold it. She walk and she whine and she roll it. This bumper needs some company. Some of them girl when them start to whine could make you forget all your worries. But if you talk back for a second whine, take your time, don't come in a hurry.
Back on me. You want me to get on that? I say, spend a little time on that. Push back on me. Girl, I ain't taking check. I say, bring back your bumper, looking back at me. All night on that. I say, like I put a ring on that. I'm a lady. Oh, you bring it back. I hear the bit of money. I hear the big back.
I get one more wine on you, baby. I go be a happy man. If I could get one more wine on you, well, darling, this then you go understand. Oh, I love that big bam bam. She do it on day. She walk and she whine and she roll it. I look on behind and I hold it. She walk and she whine and she roll it. This bumper needs some company. She walk and she whine and she roll it. I stand up behind and I hold it. She walk and she whine and she roll it. This bumper needs some company.
Watch how she whining. It's level she whining. Just check out the timing.
This bumper needs some company.
Watch how she whining.
This bumper needs some company.
Check out the timing.
This bumper needs some company.
She ballin'. She ballin'. I will be so happy. Oh, I know somebody. She ballin'. She ballin'. I will be so happy. This bumper needs some company.
As the description on YouTube says, Need Some Company explores all the emotions that precede and follow the act. Do with that information what you mean.
Fellas, but I'm feeling very conflicted right now. I'm feeling very conflicted, right?
When aren't you conflicted?
Hey, you know, that's a good point to know here. Now, as a man, I stop partying and liming and fretting and thing, right? But this song is taking me back to a time and place when I would do so, and I would do so with intent to establish some company. I understand what they talk about earlier in terms of sometimes they create music and they don't fit into a genre. Because, alright, yeah, if you lean one side, you could say soca, groovy soca, right? But you lean the next side and Atlanta is notorious for a particular type of nightlife. Yes, a particular type of nightlife. And you know the whole idea of the idea of
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
The idea of just needing one more dance before you go, Aaron. We thinking that is on the road or in a fete. What I'm saying is this song has different potential applications.
You could apply it how you like.
And
Right?
that
We leave it up to you. We leave the music up to you.
The disclaimer do with that information what you want.
Right.
Caro,
All I'm saying
clearly,
is,
your
all
previous life is showing itself here today.
Old Cardo would have definitely stopped by the ATM and make sure he had change before he went somewhere that might be playing this song.
Wait, what the change was for? To travel?
Drinks.
Yeah,
You wanna
yeah,
drinks
to,
and things. Be comfortable. You might get hungry. You need to buy. Yeah.
Right.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I
That's
understand.
why I like Kiegs, you know. Kiegs only vegan. He don't live vegan. I understand why the song take the time that it take to, because all the craft there is actually, it had the potential to be multicultural. It have the potential to be multicultural, because I listened earlier and I listened again and then it hit me. I said, wait. This song have more than one flavor. It have more than one flavor.
As I mentioned, the fact that this song has more than one flavor, I have a difficult question to ask Colin here now. And I'll preface it with this. My email has been full from since August last year with new soca releases. If I probably check it, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't download all. I listened some and I didn't download some. Right? And it's probably like in excess of 1,000 releases between soca and calypso. Why not look at releasing this song after Carnival, seeing that the fusion is not just strictly soca or what is being presented as soca now, and say, you know what, we putting this out as a soca out of seasons project, so that it could play as a fusion kind of R&B, kind of pop, kind of crossover Afrobeats into Ampando and all these different things.
Trap music.
Wow.
Sorry, no, just
You're always showing today. I realizing what's going on here. Is that hat? is the hat?
I just anyway.
Well, in response, I think it was my idea to release this song for the season. Alright, and it didn't have a whole lot of thought that went into it other than that is the norm, the practice with soca, right? To release it for the season. And in looking at Kwesi's availability to be in person down here for to do a video, I already knew it would have been very close to Carnival.
Are you looking for extras or?
Yeah, but you're busy, man, so we're not checking for you. You done too busy. You're not available. Cardo probably, but you not available.
No, old Cardo would have been in the video, not this version.
Old Cardo was in that video.
It's a whole. The video had different aspects to it. Cardo can take a cameo. You don't know.
Might have lost my profit sharing in that video. Anyway, go ahead.
Brother man.
Yeah. So the intention was always to get the video done when it comes to Carnival as well. And then release the video post Carnival. Right?
Okay. All right.
So we basically doing both. We're releasing the tune for the season, but still promoting the tune after the season as well.
I like that.
Right? But soca, in my experience, in my observation, people often, say, well, it has so much soca being released right now. Why did you want to be competing with all of these songs? And I feel like it's not that it any better releasing it out of season. Like, now you're competing with the world of songs, because now you're just competing with hip-hop, dancehall, pop, everything else. You're not just competing with 1,200 soca songs. Now you're competing with the 1,000 dancehall that I was waiting to play whole Carnival season that I didn't play, all the pop that I was waiting to play, all the rap that I was waiting to play, all the alternative, all the everything, So, is there ever a good time to release music? I'm not quite sure. Or maybe any time is a good time. You just need to keep doing the work and promoting the music and marketing in Trinidad when it comes to soca. It's so tricky, because of how the industry is built. Right? People always complaining, well, boy, on one side, we're not hearing more than a few popular songs. Then we have DJs complaining, well, people before you come in the fete learn these songs. And it's like, well, how you learn it if we can't hear it? Right? Because after the 10 tune that we playing on radio whole day, finish performing the fete, and the next 15 artists come in to sing their songs, and they want us to be able to sing it back at them. But we are hearing it. Right? So I am still here trying to understand the industry, the marketing, what the audience is looking for. If the audience is looking for something, or if the radio, if the DJs are just pushing something to the audience until they enjoy what they give them. I'm still trying to figure it all out. But yeah, if we need some company, it is a carnival release, and we're still promoting it after outer season, because as you say, the fusion is there and it has the potential to sit anywhere.
Yeah, well, the only bad decision is to not release at all.
Yeah.
When so at the end of the day, whichever way you decide, you're going to have a set of consequences to navigate. And listen, in terms of Atlanta, I want to shout out Marvin Bucky, God bless you, dog. Hope everything's straight up on your side, and Damian Arthur. Right, that's brethren. One I went to school with, and the next one from when we used to play football at Cairo era. Remember Bucky? Yeah, them up in Atlanta now, and I'm pretty certain that hearing this track up there is the type of thing that, right, Trinidad, you mightn't. Again, you're running into the storm down here, right?
Yeah.
But I know that Atlanta have enough Trinis that you put out something of this quality and you get it in the airs and you start to get that circulation, that buzz going. You've seen that music have the ability to transcend a season. Right? It have people sometimes sit down on music for 5 years, 8 years, all kind of thing, and when it busts like it right last week.
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah, how in terms of the reception outside Kwesi, what that looking like so far?
Honestly, it needs a lot of work. Soca is not really played out here unless it's carnival, and which is not a good thing. We, as everybody, needs to do better as far as promoting soca and working together, as far as, you know, not letting one person take a shine, and, you know, how can we come together and say, okay, let's promote this so everybody knows what soca music is, but it's not being played as dancehall and Afro music. You know, we need to just do better as a community, everybody, you know, including me, in promoting soca. So it's not really played unless it's carnival season, which is unfair. We need to do better. So.
Also, then the soca not being played well, and then again, in the US is a different paradigm to what we experience here. So I was going to say it's the same thing, just a different location, but yeah, it's chalk and cheese to an extent.
Yeah, I feel like it could be a richer, more complicated thing, and it's just a different place.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, people always say soca, the artists need to be releasing music outside of the season, right? But when the artists here release the music outside of the season, yeah, we have WACK to play the music, but WACK alone gonna play all the music.
But I cannot say that it's impossible. Huh?
Yeah, it isn't. You can't play all the music. You can't play all the music. But if radio stations not going to play it, yeah, if the radio station is not going to play it, an artist who releases music outside of the season is really hoping that that song is able to carry on till Carnival.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to what you guys say, why release it during soca season like Carnival. But for me, ever since my first song, I've always been taught to make music that will carry on outside of soca music. So in a sense, yeah, people say he's sounding kind of different, but at the end of the day, I try to focus on, if it's a wedding, funeral, whatever it is, you could still play the music and then feel like, okay, there's a soca vibe, but you know, you could still play it past in 2028, whatever, you could still carry it. So my focus is really when I make music, yeah, it have a soca vibe, but you could still continue playing it after years. So that's kind of the focus when I do music.
I feel all hit on this one, but I ain't like to tell you, I don't delve up in the secular again, sanctified and thing. But I put this on this morning, and I say, wait now, right? One Kiegs, I know you are man, you meticulous about what it is you presenting to the people. Yeah, understand? So I sit down and I say, but this track have a vibe to it, it have an energy, it have nice interplay, it balance. Right? And it have a like idea and I'm like, alright. Okay, nice, okay. And I'm thinking this is not just fet music. It's not just fet music. Right? I could hear this playing in our wedding while I go in by the bar to get a drink. Right? I could hear this. This is
what?
A drink, Aaron. So water is not a drink? What is it? I can't rock a coconut water?
Just checking.
All right, they do that.
Man, sip something.
You understand? But it have more than just fet music. So I will June, July, August push, right?
Yeah.
Vibes the community. WACK have listeners all over the states, all over the world.
All over the world.
All over the world.
Sunday, somebody from Papua New Guinea message on the chat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Leaning to the track though. When the noise done.
Yeah, the hope is that the song could reach as many people as possible, and it's not just for you want streams or you're trying to make money. When you create art, you really want people to enjoy it. Alright? And the song, I think there's a lot in the song for people to relate to. Right? Kwesi and I on the track are like two different voices.
Correct.
We are not saying the same thing on the song. Right? Until the chorus comes, we have two different vantage points of people in the fest. Right? So when you listen to the song, you might relate more to what I'm saying. Somebody else might relate more to what Kwesi is saying. Right? I feel like the chorus is something everybody has felt before. You know, you're in that party and way, boy.
No, but
the dance done. But
they don't want to leave.
yeah, like but you had to go, you know, but so you just is the sentiment, yo, if I could get one more, right? Yeah. But you know you're being respectful about it still. Yeah.
And that's an important thing, that being respectful about it. Now, the next thing I want to touch on, because there are some things I wanted to get across, because beside the music, you both gentlemen are very talented in different spheres of life. Kwesi, what else do you have going on beside the music?
Besides the music, just sleep, man. I at that age where you just want to sleep and you're just working hard. That's all I do. But I'm mostly focused on the music I'm producing and stuff. I work with Nikolai, I work with Mevon, and those people were my encouragement. And Nikolai and them, they might deny it, okay? But I've sent music to them and it's like, yo, this song in mad, who produced it? So to hear that from them, in a sense, it was just motivation to just work on my craft and get better. So, that's basically my focus, just getting better at music, not trying to be better than anybody, but just trying to step up to their level of, producing and that type of stuff and learn from them. They have been great mentors to me in a sense of, hey, you do this already, don't switch this up, so just getting better in my craft. So that's about it. Just music, that's all I do.
Okay. I like that. And I like the names you call that you're working with, because those are some prominent names in the music game now. I know Kiegs are custom working with Mevon. Because Mevon...
not on soca so far.
I'm not going to say, Mevon was a man, you only used to hear the name calling in Parang.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you started hearing Mevon name ramping in soca, and it didn't start a ramp on the low, it just reach up the quick.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I believe there's a term that I say in the industry when you're boss Aaron. It's like, modern colloquialism for a breakthrough.
that wasn't no breakthrough.
Yeah, but also too, Mevon would have been doing a lot of work in the background, right? Working with other producers as well. And then From my own experience and from seeing it, we had artists like Blacks who were not shying away from working with Melvon in the early days. You know, they might have artists who they don't want to work with this one because there's not this big producer or whatnot. No, we had Black, Solar Tunji, Lyrical, different people who were willing to work, and that's really what you need in the industry, not just for producers, but for everybody in the space. You know, DJs, artists, everybody need that chance to prove themselves.
Correct.
Yeah.
Everybody needs some
And that's
company.
it.
Everybody needs some
Exactly,
company.
because just how Keek said that, as I always use the example, there was a time when nobody knew Baron enough. There was a time when people didn't, as the old people say, they didn't want to smell Marshall.
Yeah.
Wait, when that was?
Probably
You
before-
bring it up. Help me here. When that was? He was what?
Probably
4? Man.
No, I no. When Marshall had song "Come Dig It," it was a big divide in terms of who really
is
want to
this?
hear this music. Yeah, the older folks was none. What is now? What Marshall doing here? Right. For the young people, it's young. It's new and ooh, what? This man getting on bad. Yeah, but a lot of people like no. How the older folks? Well, I mean, granted, the older folks now we have grown up faster. Yeah, but even like my mom now, yeah, she like Marshall. She like Marshall, and she would have seen Marshall from that young age where they're not quite sure. What is this man doing here? But I mean, time and growth, yeah, and even Marshall himself. As much as Marshall is still Marshall now is still salt and pepper, and Marshall now he get wiser too. So even Marshall's sound
yeah.
still energetic, but it's still a more refined Marshall we get now.
I want to say, come dig it.
That raw, yeah.
Come dig it. Come dig it.
Raw
No
Marshall,
brass.
yeah.
Come dig it. No brass. That was one of them early electronic.
EDM kind of.
I want to say
And
congratulations to whoever Marshall want to play pan with, yes, because they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to win Panorama next year.
Somebody say just now you go stick fighting. Just now you go stick fighting and done. Yeah.
Nah, don't feel he'll making that one.
But
Them boy men don't play right.
Marshall will come out with the longest boy I ever see. Something. Marshall. Something.
No, we getting close to the hours of the end of the show, right? Kiegs, how you balancing the hosting and the family, work, the singing and everything?
Boy, the how I ain't quite sure how, you know, but I could tell you that I am, right? And I feel it is me being in the moment. So when I'm with family, I'm with family, and not with family wondering about the next wedding and what I should say and thinking about the meeting with the couple, right? Nah, when I'm with family, I'm giving family the time and the energy and the effort that they need, right? When I'm at the wedding, I'm not wondering, well, where are they carry wifey for dinner, or who are they do homework, or who are they go swimming, or nah, at the wedding. I'm doing the wedding right now. When I'm meeting with the couple, at the meeting with the couple, right? And that might seem like such a simple thing, but it like works wonders. It works wonders because you're literally doing one thing at a time. And like I say, my song's simple, but
It's difficult.
yo, doing one thing at a time is therapeutic in this world that we live in, where you always have your phone on you, and you're doing one thing, something come up and you're here. But
You hear
at the
that
same
car,
time, yeah, no, you're there. Then you're there, and before you know it, you look back on the day and you're wondering, wait, did I really get done today, boy? Right? Because you do plenty, you know. You do plenty different things, you know. And you may have been productive, you know. But you get one thing done. You get one thing done. You're close at having everything done, but you get one thing done. And for the people around me, it helps them because now my daughters don't feel like if they didn't get me or they didn't get all of me. Wife don't feel like she didn't get all of me, right? Right. So much so when I go to her wedding, sometimes, well, I shouldn't even say sometimes, most of the time she happy. She glad to get a little space. Right? Same thing. Them girls and them. It's like, oh, you going? Nobody's sad and saying, oh gosh, I don't really have to go. Same thing. The couples, if I hosting a wedding or hosting a show, wherever it might be, I feel like the client feels like, hey, but he really gave me his all. You know, another day watching the time, waiting to go. If time run over, saying, well, hey, I only come here for, you know, until 5, I go on and on. Right? So I think the people around me benefit from that as well. And it's because when I come, or when I am here, or when I go, or wherever, I really focus on. And it's the same thing when I line it. If I come to drink beers, trust me, I drink in beers. Right? And I could admit that I might have my phone, somebody might have a question, message on Facebook, how much for our wedding, and I could respond to you, but trust me, there's 2 more beers now. And I go down the road, there's beers, or if I come to play football, I know, I'll watch the time, no, I come to play football until everybody here done sweat. Yeah. So that is it.
I like that.
Yeah.
You like I had that for
With the
me.
interview.
Huh?
Same thing with the interview. I hear what all you boy.
No. Fellas, I want to say thank you anything else, Carlo? Or I know I talk over here then.
No. Kiegs had that for me, yes? He had that for me.
Thanks, Keith, because I just tell him that, but he doesn't listen to me. Because I do have gray in my bed.
None.
That is why he's
Nah, wise for that. I don't blame you, Carlo. You can't trust them black beards.
Yeah, them black beards and them
You can't
right
trust
here.
them black beards. Them black beards.
They're like them little blackbird that has been on the neighbor fence and things.
Yeah,
Wow.
You
you
can't
don't
trust
know what's
them.
gonna happen next. You don't know what's gonna happen
You had
next. Yeah. I agree.
I'll take that. Fellas, I want to say thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to
Thank you.
join us inside the living room. Kwesi, I know we'll see you winding up in the streets soon.
See you Tuesday. Already.
Tuesday.
Already.
You ready to come out the cold?
Tuesday already.
Boy, this man is not stopping. This man show me his itinerary. All I tell him is I will drop him and pick him back up. I cannot meet. I cannot meet the pump that amount of pump.
Well, when we starting to get up there in age, you know, we's really how to say and choose the pumps wisely. Right?
Man, we, though. We's and we's.
Yeah, boy. I didn't want to say nothing. I was letting that one slide, but as you bring it up, it's we.
No, serious. you Kiegs, you could go 14 in one day again?
No, 14. I can't go 14 in 1 month. You talking about 1 day? If I go affect today, tomorrow is full recovery. Yeah, no, you will still have the virus. I am under covers. I wrap up. I don't know. I don't know my body. Yeah.
I don't know what the foreigners just do that. They're crazy, but I'm sure I gonna bounce you up in something over the next week or so.
Yeah.
Right, Kiegs, I don't know when I gonna see you during the season.
Well, you might catch me dropping them off. I don't know about them up there.
I know for Kiegs, just get them the socials real quick.
Hosted by Kiegs, and again, Kiegs, I before E, when you spell it in Kiegs, so it's hosted by Kiegs on everything, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, wherever. Right?
Twitter, I refuse to say X.
Well, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter.
And Kwesi?
It's Kwesi Nurse at Instagram. I'm not a big, social person, so Instagram, Kwesi Nurse on Instagram.
Nice one.
And
Well,
Carlo?
this is Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage on the global stage. Thanking you guys for joining us in the living room. The song bad, but the song also bad in a kind of way that I'm not allowed to be bad anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So do the do, fellas. Do the do. Well, I just remember this season, the hourglass is opaque. You don't know how much time remains, so whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe.
Yeah, man.
Most important. Right, Aaron?
This is yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. I remind you each and every time that culture is my code. And I also tell you that love is the currency, so spend some today. Let somebody know you love them, guys. All right? Mr. Desmond might be in for a short, or we just going straight to automation, and then we have Young Kings later down tonight. All right, so keep it locked to the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM. Where we are culture crazy.
And check out Need Some Company on the YouTube.
Yeah, boy.
Right, don't wait for no DJ to do it for you. Go and pull the track.
And if you find the DJs not doing it for you, do like what the young people is do now and put it on your phone and put it on your forehead and let the DJ see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we saying?